Right, you all here? If you all properly here, please say okay to start the class. Right. Right. I remember finally we were discussing goodwill. Again, I'll explain that a bit. Goodwill. I discussed the definition of goodwill with you. I remember I told goodwill is an intangible asset. There is an asset, but we don't see. Therefore, this is an intangible asset. Now, let's see what is the need of adjustment to the goodwill. Why we should adjust goodwill? The need of the goodwill adjustment. Goodwill is an asset, intangible, we don't see. It's a hidden asset in the business. It is like there is something precious in your business, but it is not visible. But the asset is there. If something is there, but which is invisible, which if you don't see that, although you don't see, though you don't see it, if you are the owner of the business, that asset is owned to you. There is an asset, but you don't see it. But as you are the owner of the business, though you don't see the asset is owned to you. That is the story behind goodwill. That is an asset. That is intangible. We can't touch it. Invisible. We don't see it, but the asset is there. Right? If I just discuss further, according to intangible asset standard, goodwill in two types. Type 1 is internally generated goodwill. Internally generated goodwill. That means this is the business. There are two partners, A and B. They just calculated whether there is any goodwill for our business. At the time they realized that there is a certain goodwill to the business. That is called as internally generated goodwill. Goodwill is internally generated. Right? The other thing is, internally generated means in the business, according to their calculations, they calculated their goodwill is 500,000. This is their goodwill. Internally generated goodwill. Goodwill generated internally. Right? The other thing is, goodwill on business combination. Goodwill on business combination. That means they have recognized a certain goodwill on business combination. I will explain it. There is a certain company. This company wants to purchase another company. This business is targeting to purchase another company. Say, this is John Gill Holdings, the big company. This is a certain small shop. Name is not much famous, but a good one. Before John Gill's go and purchase this business, They just see the assets, liabilities and all the stuff of this business. When JKH, John Gill Holdings, examines the business, the target business, the total assets which are visible is only 5 million, say 5 lakhs. When this business targets to purchase this one, the visible assets, the tangible assets, worth only rupees 500,000. To purchase this business, the existing owners of this business, they say, if you want to purchase our business, you have to pay 700,000. You have to pay 700,000. But this company, John Gill Holdings, they know that this business has physical assets only 500,000. But still, this business is willing to purchase this one by paying 700,000 because they should have a certain goodwill. The excessive 200,000 is paid not for the physical asset, that is for the intangible asset, that is for the goodwill. You see that? In this case, a certain value has been given to the goodwill. If this business purchases this one, they have to pay 700,000 cash. There generally should be cash account credit 700,000. But they get assets only 500,000. To purchase physical assets worth 500,000, the business paid rupees 700,000. Understand? The business paid 700,000, but by paying 700,000, the business acquired only asset of 500,000. The balance 200,000 is paid for what? That is for goodwill. Therefore, that should be debited to goodwill account. Actually, this part, goodwill generated as a result of business combination, this is not in our syllabus. Purchasing a business or something, one company purchases another company, those areas are not there in your syllabus, you don't worry. Therefore, our syllabus covers this part. Goodwill generated in the business, internally generated goodwill. In this part, to purchase physical assets of 500,000, the business paid 700,000. Therefore, 200,000 has been paid for goodwill. That goodwill has been taken to accounts. The goodwill account debit as an asset. But remember, according to the intangible asset standard, internally generated goodwill. See, you calculate, you have a goodwill. You cannot account that as an asset. Standard says you cannot account your goodwill. I can't say my goodwill is this much. You can't take this 500,000 into your books. But if you have purchased goodwill externally, at the time you acquire this business, you have paid something, an excessive amount than the physical asset. In that case, you have really paid something for goodwill. This goodwill you can recognize as an asset, but you cannot recognize your goodwill as an asset. So in partnerships, we are facing this case. There is a business, the partners are A and B. In A and B partnership, there is a certain goodwill. But the problem is, they cannot show this as an asset in their books according to intangible asset standard. Understand? මම කතා කරන්නේ goodwill standard එකේ කතන්දරයක්. මේක එච්චර තදට අපිට එන්නේ නැහැ. ඒනොත් නිකන් දැනුවත් වෙන්න ළමෙක් ප්‍රශ්නයක් අහන්න පුළුවන්. Sir, can't we show goodwill as an asset in the business here? If you ask me, sir, can't we show our goodwill in the business as an asset? My answer is you cannot show. Why? Intangible asset standards say you cannot show your goodwill as an asset. Internally generated goodwill cannot be shown in books as an asset. In partnerships, you meet the internally generated goodwill. That is not the goodwill you purchased externally. This part is not discussed here. So, now we are facing a problem. What is the problem? In a partnership, there are two partners, A and B. As per their calculations, they calculated they have a goodwill of 500,000. But they cannot show this in the books. එනිසා කවදාවත් partnership එකක goodwill කියලා එකක් account එකක පෙන්නන්නේ නැහැ. Why? Internally generated goodwill they don't show in books. First tell me whether you understood that explanation. Is that part clear? Before I move to the next part. ඒ කිව්ව දේ තේරුණා. Right. Yes, you understood. Ne? Then, now this is the nice story. අන්න බලන්න මම මේ goodwill කියන එක හරියට උගන්වන්න යන්නේ. Then aren't we mentioning internally generated goodwill in the SOFP also? Yes, yes. Monisha, we don't show that. ඒක තමයි you can't show that in SOFP as an asset. Because if you recognize that as an asset, that should have shown in the SOFP. මෙතන අපි කියන්නේ SOFP එකේ පෙන්නන්න බෑ internally generated goodwill. ඒක තමයි එන්නේ. දැන් වල මේ ස්කෝල් වල අහලා නැහැ නේ. In the schools and other places I think these areas are not discussed. Just to take goodwill and account එක නෙවෙන්නේ, but I am explaining something for your knowledge. හරි මෙන්න බලන්න. ඔන්න බලන්න මේ පාඩම එක නෙමෙයි. See there is a partnership. There's partnership. Two partners A and B. The partnership, according to partnership agreement, the profit sharing ratio is 2:1. C, the new partner is about to admit to the partnership. He is about to admit to the partnership as the new partner. C. After C's admission, they are expecting to share the profits and losses in the ratio of 2:1:1. Just understand this story. There were two partners A and B. Their old profit sharing ratio is is 2:1. New profit sharing ratio is 2:1 after C's admission. On C's admission, A and B just calculated whether there is a goodwill to the partnership. Before C admitted to the partnership, A and B just calculated whether they are having a partnership. Therefore, according to their calculation, their goodwill was 240,000. Before C's admission, they just calculated whether there is a goodwill to the business. They realized yes, there is a goodwill of 240,000. I am asking you a question. To whom this 240,000 goodwill is owned? To whom this owned? To whom this 240,000 is owned? So otherwise, who has contributed to generate this goodwill? මේ goodwill එක හදන්න කවුද මහන්සි වෙලා තියෙන්නේ? Answer is A and B. මේ goodwill එකේ කිසිම අයිතියක් නැහැ කාටද? මේ goodwill එක අයිතිම නැහැ කාටද? C. ඇයි නැත්තේ? He is about to admit. All partners are A and B. The A and B were all partners. No ownership for the goodwill to the C. එතකොට දැන් එන ප්‍රශ්නේ මේකනේ. A B දෙන්න කැමති වෙයිද? මේක නිකම් අතාරින්න. Will they like just to skip it without accounting? Answer is no. Why? A B දෙන්න මෙහෙම කියයිනේ. C පොඩ්ඩක් කියපන්. අපි දෙන්න අවුරුදු ගානක් තිස්සේ බිස්නස් එක කරලා දැන් මේ බිස්නස් එකට හොඳ reputation එකක් තියෙනවා. The business now has a good reputation as we conducted the business for more years. You are just about to admit to the partnership, but remember, to generate this 240,000 goodwill, see, you have not contributed. As two partners A and B, we have contributed to generate this goodwill. How to give this goodwill to you without any contribution of you. That is the normal logic. But the problem is what? They cannot show this as an asset in the business, as the previous case I told. Internal generated goodwill they can't show as an asset. But in case there was a motor vehicle that could have shared with the old partners without any difficulty. By the motor vehicle you can show as an asset in the business. No restrictions to do so. But the goodwill internally generated you cannot show as an asset. Therefore the old partners facing a problem. There is an asset owned to them, but they cannot show that as an asset in the business. Is it clear? Now we'll discuss further. Mamme hariyata goodwill ugannawa, right? The story was A, B were old partners, their profit sharing ratio was 2:1. C admitted as the new partner and the new ratio is 2:1:1. Now, in case A and B can share goodwill today among them. Is there any, say, if there is any method to share the goodwill among A and B, that will be shared among them according to the old profit sharing ratio. A type, B type, then goodwill එක බෙදා ගන්න පුළුවන් නම් that is shared among them according to their old ratio. If they share the goodwill according to their old profit sharing ratio, what is the share of goodwill can be enjoyed by A and B? What will be the goodwill share among A and B which can be enjoyed by them in case it is possible to share among all partners? That is 240,000 into the old ratio 2:1 එක කියන්නේ කීයද? 160,000 and 80,000. Yes, your answer is correct. එහෙම වුණා නම් මේක මෙයාලගේ අතර ෂෙයා වෙනවා 160,000 and 80,000. That will be shared among them at 160,000 and 80,000. But as this cannot be shared today, in case they do not share it, that will be shared among all the partners in the future. At the time they sell the business, they can realize this goodwill, right? At the time anyway, say after 2 years or 5 years or whenever the day, if the business is supposed to be sold, the goodwill will be received to the business. At the time, that will be shared among all the partners. Right? If they don't share the goodwill today, and if they are supposed to share the goodwill after some times, after C's admission, a certain amount of goodwill will be definitely going to C also. According to the new ratio, then the goodwill will be shared. If they share the goodwill today, this is how it is shared. But if they don't share the goodwill today, and if they are supposed to share the goodwill tomorrow, how it is shared? If they are supposed to share it tomorrow, that will be shared according to the new ratio. That is, among ABC, yes, Adini, 120,000, 2:1:1, 214 to 2:1:1 is 120,000, 60,000 and 60,000. Is well understood, right? Shara asked, is goodwill calculated only if the business is sold? No, we are calculating goodwill here. I calculated before the business is sold. At the time the ownership is changed, we have to calculate the goodwill. At the time we sell the business, you can realize the goodwill. You can take money for goodwill. But up to that, you don't get money to goodwill. To get money to goodwill, you should sell the business. That is what I told. Then, is it clear, Sujata? Then, let's say, if they share goodwill before C's admission, A can enjoy 160,000. But If they don't share it today, and if it is shared after the admission of C, A will get only 120,000. With that, A will suffer rupees 40,000 from his goodwill. He will lose 40,000. B, today he can take 80,000 in case the goodwill is shared today. But if it is not shared today, and if it's supposed to be shared later on, because of that case, he will deprive 20,000 from his goodwill share. Without any contribution to goodwill, now C can enjoy 60,000. Earlier he has no any right to have goodwill, but today he gets 60,000. When he gets this 60,000, A's loss is 40,000 and B's loss is 20,000. Is that clear? Is this calculation clear? Is this calculation clear, please? Is that calculation clear? Yes. Now, neighbor. A කියන්නේ goodwill අද බෙදාගත්තොත් ඒකයි බීඩයි හම් වෙනවා 160,000 and 80,000. අද බෙදා ගන්න නැතුව හෙට බෙදාගත්තොත් A B C තුන්දෙනාටම හම් වෙනවා 120, 60 and 60. එතෙන්දි C ට profit එකක් එනවා. Without any contribution, C can have a certain share of goodwill that will be 60,000. As that 60,000 is given to C, A's loss will be 40,000 and B's loss will be 20,000. Is it clear? Now, then what happens? What happens? Because of this case, මෙහෙම වුණොත් හරියන්නේ. A B කියන දෙන්න මේ සිටුේෂන් එක C ට එක්ස්ප්ලেইন කරනවා. C ඔබ බලාගෙන ඉඳපන්. ඔබට ප්‍රොෆිට් එකක් වෙනවා 60,000. By just entering into this partnership, you get a certain right to an asset which is hidden in the business. So, if you want to enjoy that asset, please pay 60,000 to us. මේ දෙන්න කියනවා, please bring 60,000 for goodwill and give 40,000 to A and give 20,000 to B. Then the case will be over. They still don't show the goodwill as an asset, but there's a certain personal arrangement. What happens? C should bring 60,000 to the business, and from that 60,000, 40,000 should be given to A and 20,000 should be given to B. Then the case is over. That is how we should adjust goodwill. Now, how to do this? This is the solution. Goodwill adjustment is done in partners' capital account. This is the capital account of partners, not in current account. That should be done in partners' capital account. This is partners' capital account. A, B and C are the partners. Remember, this is how we are going to do the goodwill adjustment. Always this is the adjustment. Goodwill should be credited to partners' capital account according to their all profit sharing ratio. That is credited to partners according to the all profit sharing ratio. What is the all ratio? 2:1. That means this should be credited 106,000 and 80,000. And this should be debited to partners' capital accounts according to new profit sharing ratio. You have to debit this according to new ratio. What is the new profit sharing ratio? 2:1:1. That is 120,000, 60,000 and 60,000. That is how you have to do the goodwill. That's all. Credit partners' capital account according to their all profit sharing ratio, and debit that according to their new profit sharing ratio. Now let's see what happens. Well, බුද්ධිමත් ළමයි නේ තේරෙන්න ඕනේ. කොහොම කළාම මොකද වෙන්නේ? Understand it, tell me? When you credit goodwill according to the old profit sharing ratio, and when it is debited to the new profit sharing ratio, just see the net impact in capital account. Then let's see what is the debt impact. Then let's see the debt impact. 160 credited here and 120 debited here. 40 is credited. Net impact 40 are credited. 80 credit, 60 debit, 20 is credited. Oh, see, nothing credited but 6,000 is debited. Debit into capital account means, is it given or charged? When you debit something to capital means, is it given or charged from partners? Charge. Credit means charge or given. Something given. එතන මොකද වෙලා තියෙන්නේ? Old profit sharing ratio එකට credit කරලා new profit sharing ratio එකට debit කරනකොට මෙන්න මේ වැඩේ ගන්නට adjust වෙනවා නේද? අර සීට හම්බ වෙන 60000 නේ 60,000 which is received to see in the future is charged from him and that is shared among the all partners. එතන මොකද වෙන්නේ? Goodwill is not needed to show in books, but now a certain adjustment is already being adjusted in books with respect to goodwill. So as an example, on his admission, if he brings money, see introduce 150,000 in cash. This is the amount he introduced. Then but after the goodwill adjustment, what happens? From this 150,000, 60,000 is charged. It will be only 90,000. He has suffered 60,000, he has contributed 60,000 for the goodwill. He has paid that 60,000 to the all partners. Is it 100% clear? Is it crystal clear? Yes. ඕක තමයි goodwill කියන්නේ. ඔය මුළු ස්ටෝරි එක ඇතුලේ අපිට ලියා ගන්න දෙන්නේ මොකක්ද? Did we write the definition of goodwill last week? Did I write goodwill is the difference between purchase consideration and net tangible asset? Yes, I wrote me. Yes or no? Yes. That did I write the need of goodwill adjustment? Did I write a no? What is the need of the goodwill adjustment? Why the goodwill adjustment is required? Why the goodwill adjustment is required? And understand. If the ownership of the business doesn't change, as far as the ownership is not changed, no need of goodwill adjustment. As far as the goodwill is, as far as the ownership is not changed, no need of goodwill adjustment. Why? Why? If the ownership is not changed, the hidden asset is there. මගේ ගෙදර මොනවා හරි asset එකක් හැංගිලා තියෙනවා. There's a hidden asset. Right? Beneath the floors somewhere. මේකේ මොනවා හරි හැංගිලා තියෙනවා. මෙතන මගේ පොළොවේ යට there are some gems. Right? I am not going to mind those. මම ඒවා හාරන්න යන්නේ නැහැ. Why? The place is owned to me. Say I have no any financial trouble, just think. I know that there is an asset, but as far as I am the owner of this building, the property, no need to mind that. No need to take it out. That is mine. I don't know the real value of that hidden asset, but anyway, there is an asset. I know that. But if I suppose to sell away this land, if I suppose to sell away this property, then definitely I will mine and see what is the value of the hidden gems. Why? The property is going to be sold. The owner of the property will be changed. At the moment, I should know what is the exact value of this asset which is hidden in the land. Is it clear? Therefore, that is the same is the need of the goodwill adjustment. When the ownership of the partnership is changed, unrecorded goodwill should be given to the all partners. That is the place where the goodwill adjustment is required. So if it is asked in the exam, why the goodwill adjustment required? You have to say, when the ownership of the partnership is changed, the unrecorded goodwill should be given to the all partners. For that purpose, the goodwill adjustment is required. If I see further, what are the instances the ownership is changed in the partnership? Basically, there are two instances. Number one, admission of a partner and retirement of a partner. Admission of a partner and retirement of the partner. In these two instances, the goodwill adjustment is required in advanced level syllabus. But there can be some more instances where the ownership is changed. As an example, when the partners change their profit sharing ratio. See, A and B were the partners. Their old ratio was 3:2. But they supposed to change their profit sharing ratio to equal, 1:1. Then the ownership is changed. There also the goodwill adjustment is required. But those are not tested in advanced level, don't worry. From you, it is tested only the admissions and the retirement of partners. Therefore, in these two instances, you have to do the goodwill adjustment. Okay. Then write a topic. Need of the goodwill adjustment. 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 Write on that. Right there. When the ownership is changed in the partnership, when the ownership is changed, when the ownership is changed in partnerships, goodwill adjustment is required. Goodwill adjustment is required. Goodwill adjustment is required to share the unrecorded goodwill. To share the unrecorded goodwill among all partners. To share the unrecorded goodwill among all partners. Leave one line and write. Goodwill adjustment is required in following instances. Goodwill adjustment is required in following instances. Number one. Admission of a new partner. Admission of a new partner. Admission of a new partner. Number two, retirement of a partner. Retirement of a partner. ඔය ඉන්ෂුරන්ස් එක තමයි අපි සිලබස් එකේ තියෙන්නේ, right? Correct. Leave a line and write the topic. Journal entries for goodwill adjustment. Journal entries for goodwill adjustment. Journal entries for goodwill adjustment. Write the journal entry. Partners capital accounts debit. Partners capital accounts debit. Partners capital accounts debit. Partners capital accounts debit. In bracket, new profit sharing ratio. Partners capital accounts debit, new profit sharing ratio. Again, capital accounts credit. Partners capital accounts credit. Within bracket, old profit sharing ratio. Capital accounts debit, that is new profit sharing ratio. In capital accounts credit, that is old profit sharing ratio. Write an example. Write an example. A and B were partners. A and B were partners in a partnership. In a partnership. Who share profits. Who share profits and losses in the ratio of 2:1. Who share profits and losses in the ratio of 2:1. C admitted as the new partner. C admitted as the new partner and new profit sharing ratio. New profit sharing ratio among. New profit sharing ratio among A, B and C. New profit sharing ratio among A, B and C is 2:1:1. 2:1:1. Goodwill on C's admission. Goodwill on C's admission was calculated as. Goodwill on C's admission was calculated as rupees 600,000. Rupees 600,000. State journal entries to record goodwill. State journal entries to record goodwill. Write the goodwill journal entries. Right. What is journal entry? Capital accounts debit. A, B and C according to their new profit sharing ratio. New profit sharing ratio is 2:1:1. That means 300,000, 150,000 and 150,000. Again capital account credit. Among A and B according to their old profit sharing ratio, that is 2:1. Again 400,000 and 200,000. What is it? Is it correct? Next. I just want the example number 2. X, Y and Z. X, Y and Z were partners. X, Y and Z were partners, sharing profits and losses equally. Sharing profits and losses equally. Is it retired from the partnership? Is it retired from partnership? New profit sharing ratio among X and Y. New profit sharing ratio among X and Y is 2:1. Is 2:1. Goodwill on Z's at retirement. Goodwill on Z's retirement was calculated as Goodwill on Z's retirement was calculated as rupees 300,000. Rupees 300,000. State journal entries to account goodwill. State journal entries to account goodwill. බලන්න මෙහෙම දෙන්නේ. Capital accounts debit. මොකද දැනගේ new profit sharing ratio का new ratio එකේ ඉන්නේ XY නේ. ඒ XY Y එකයි debit කරා. 2:1 කියලානේ. That is 200,000 and 100,000. Credit among all partners. X, Y and Z, their all ratio is equal. That is 100,000 each. Goodwill හොඳටම තේරුණාද? මොකද්ද? බය වෙන්න දෙයක් නෑ නේද? goodwill කියන එක සිම්පල් කේස් එක. හරි. අපි යන යනවා එතනින් එහාට. Write a topic. Admission of a partner. Admission of a new partner. Did you all collect your tips from science image? No. Sorry, not the partnership tube. Did you all take the printout of the partnership tubes? Make it a printout එක ගත්තද partnership tube එකේ? Yes. Not it. Oddly, කවදද ගන්න බලන් ඉන්නේ? Oddly, yes. ගන්න ඕනේ හරිද? Not it කියන්නේ. And tute for the tomorrow, manufacturing account. The tute is given to science image. You can collect the tute from science image. The USASMA students, you can collect that from USASMA office. The tute is given to the classes. Please collect the tute before tomorrow class. Tomorrow class will be on 6 to 8 p.m. In the daytime you can take the tute. Tute is given there. Then as the science image office is open, now we can issue the tutes. Earlier we had no way to issue the tutes as the classes were closed. Now the classes they are open. The lockdown is now raised. Furthermore lockdowns is you can go and collect the tute please before the class. Right, next. අපි දැන් මේ western province schools ගැන මොකක්ද තියෙනවද idea එක? Those are not going to be started නේ. පටන් ගන්න එක නැද්ද දන්නේ නැහැ. තව කාලෙකට මම හිතන්නේ those the classes are started. Still I think you are afraid to come and sit in the classes. Therefore there's a big risk. Anyway, you have advantages. You can learn online. Some students of Sri Lanka can't yet learn online. The facilities are not available. You are lucky. Hurry. Admission of a new one. No changes will be there in your exam. That will be conducted on the right time without any change as I feel according to the going on situation. You better learn and finish off this. And once I completed the partnerships, then I am planning to start companies also online. No problem. All the lessons will be done online then. Say further, now in the theory class, we were doing manufacturing account. Once it is completed, we can go to incompleted records. Then incompleted records also combined with partnerships. Many partnership questions recently, the recent history they have given, combining with the incompleted records. Then the accounting for non-profit objective organizations, that also on the card. Then we can do the companies and management accounting. Anyway, the syllabus runs, right? Maybe it might be when the normal classes are started, then we can reschedule our plan and we can then discuss what we can do in the class. Right. Admission of partner. I'll simply explain. When a new partner is admitted to the partnership, how do you count? Take this as an example. On it right. A and B are partners. Their profit sharing ratio is 2:1. C admitted to the partnership as a new partner. The new profit sharing ratio is 2:1:1. right? So asking, so will you start revision classes? Yes, I am. Anyway, I wanted to start the revision classes. Yes, but because of this COVID case and as we are doing the online classes, I didn't start the revision class. But according to the situation going on, anyway, I thought first to cover the theory part quickly. Therefore, I do your class on 2 separate days. Today partnerships and tomorrow the other theory part. Anyway, the theory lesson then we can quickly finish off. Then revision anyway we can start and I discuss with science image also. I'll let you know because I think it's not unfair because now all the students how can participate for the online classes. Earlier I thought doing revision also online may be unfair for some students, those who cannot participate for the classes because of some financial troubles or data problems or something. But I think now all the students have got used to new situation, the new normalization situation, right? We consider to start a revision class. Anyway, don't worry. Either online or physical revision class will be definitely done for you, right? The only problem is with the date of commencement. That may be either December or January. That is the only difference. In December, that may be, but by January definitely that will have started. Hopeful. So on December or January. Because sometimes I have to discuss with them again, and if we feel that the situation becomes okay, then we can start the revision in the normal session. But otherwise, if we feel that by January also we are not in a position of starting the normal classes, definitely that will be started. So stay hopeful, we'll see. Right? Anyway, the revision class will be definitely done. Right? Revision is definitely done. But the date may be either on December or January. Probably that will be on December. I'll let you know. Right. Right. Okay. See this. There's a partnership. Earlier, all partners were A and B. C admitted as the new partner. The new profit sharing ratio is 2:1:1. Now let's see. At the time of admission of a new partner, what are the required adjustments in addition to the normal adjustment that we have already learned? When a new partner is admitted to the partnership, what are the special adjustments required to the partnership? Number one, when a new partner admitted to the partnership, first we have to record capital introduction. Record the capital introduction of the new partner. He must bring money or something. Not only money, sometimes some other assets, a motor vehicle or land or whatever the asset, he can introduce to the business. The very first thing you have to think is, when a new partner is admitted to the partnership, read the question and understand what are the assets the new partner has introduced to the partnership. If he has introduced cash, that should be debited to cash account. If the new partner has introduced a motor vehicle, that should be debited to motor vehicle account. Likewise, the relevant asset account should be debited. Therefore, relevant asset account debited. And that should be credited to his capital account. His capital account, right? This is the very first thing you have to do upon the admission of a new partner. Record the capital introduced by the new partner. Second one. What is that? What is the second adjustment you have to do? Everybody should be able to answer that question. What is the second? Yes, correct. That is goodwill. Then you have to do the goodwill adjustment. Right. Admission of a partner is the change of the ownership. Therefore, you must do the goodwill adjustment. Adjustment number one, record the capital introduction. Adjustment two, record the goodwill. What is the third one you have to think? That is profit share. Yes. The third one is sharing profits. I can introduce as 3-step model. මේ මෙහෙම කොහෙවත් නෑ අද මම නිකන් කියන්නේ. අලුත් පාර්ට්නර් කෙනෙක් ආවා කිව්ව ගමන්ම you have to do these 3 things. Step 1. Step 1. Record capital introduction. Step 2. Record goodwill. Step 3. Sharing profits. In sharing profits, the question may be in 2 types. අන්න බලන්න හොඳට මම කියන කතාව. එනම සිම්පල් හරියට මේවා නිකන් එන ගොම්පාට. හිතන්න එපා වැඩිපුර. When a new partner admitted to the partnership, if the new partner admitted at the beginning of the year, then he may have entered into the partnership either at the beginning or at the end of the year. If the new partner came at the beginning of the year, during the whole year, she also was a partner of the partnership. AB were the old partners and she admitted to the partnership. If she has admitted to the partnership at the beginning of the year, within the whole year there were all 3 partners. If she admitted at the beginning of the year, among whom we should share the profits. Among whom we should share the profits. If she has admitted at the beginning of the year. Among A, B and C, among all the partners. It's very clear. In case the new partner C admitted at the end of the year, if C admitted at the end of the year, among whom you have to share the profits for this year? Only for A and B. That's it. Clear or not? When a new partner admitted to the partnership, you have to first record the capital introduction by the new partner. Second, if the new then at the admission of the new partner, you have to record the goodwill. And the third one, before you do any adjustment, read the question carefully to catch what is the date the new partner has admitted. If the new partner admitted to the partnership at the beginning, prepare the profit sharing among all the partners. I mean the profit and loss appropriation account we have to prepare for all the partners, including the new partner. But if the new partner admitted to the partnership at the end of the year, don't give any share of profits to the new partner. Why? He was not a partner for the year he has admitted. These are the adjustments we have to do when the partner is admitted to the partnership. Okay, shall you write down? Admission of a partner right under that. When a new partner is admitted to the partnership, when a new partner is admitted to the partnership, when a new partner is admitted to the partnership, following adjustments are required in books. Following adjustments are required in books. Number 1. Record the capital introduction. Record the capital introduced by new partner. 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 Number 2. Number 2, goodwill adjustment. This is right, goodwill adjustment. Number 2, goodwill adjustment. Goodwill adjustment. Number 3, share the profits among partners. Share the profits among partners. And write under that, share the profits among partners. Write under that, if the new partner admitted, if the new partner admitted, if the new partner admitted at the beginning of the year, at the beginning of the year, if the new partner admitted at the beginning of the year, profit should be shared. Profit should be shared among all partners. Among all, not all, among all partners. All. Among all partners. Including the new partner. Including the new partner. But if the new partner has joined, if the new partner has joined at the end of the year, if the new partner has joined at the end of the year, profit should be shared. Profit should be shared among all partners. All partners. All partners. Except the new partner. Except the new partner. Except the new partner. හරි අපි දැන් ඔක තියෙන ගානක් හදමු. චූටි ගානක් හදලා අපි ඔක හොඳට එක්ස්ප්ලেইন කරගමු. අපි හොඳට ඔක ක්ලියර් කරගමු. බලන්න. As I remember, in this handout we did the 7th question. Please tell me, is it? Did we do the 7th one? We did the 7th one? Yes. Arne? Question number 8 is the next one. That's on the left. Read the 8th one. X and Y were partners, shared profits and losses in the ratio of 2:1. Z joined the partnership on 31st March 2019. New partnership agreement is given below. New profit sharing ratio among X, Y and Z is 2:1. Interest on capital is 10%. Annual salary of each partner is 10,000. No entry was made in books with respect to the admission of Z. Trial balance as at 31st December 2019 is given below. You are given the capital balances XY, current accounts XY. Net profit is calculated. You are lucky. That means up to the profit and loss statement they have done. Debtors given, land, furniture given. You see the provision for depreciation is given up to 31st December 2019 here. Why? They have already prepared the profit and loss statement. Therefore, they should have calculated depreciation and adjusted. Therefore, no need to do the depreciation adjustment as they have done. Net profit is given. Cash, creditors, stock also adjusted. That should be not 13, that should be 31st. Date is wrong. Should be 31st December 2019, not 13 December. 1 and 3 should be, the position should be changed. Sorry. Then additional information number 1. No entry is available in books with respect to the capital introduced by EZ. Rupees 150,000. Goodwill on EZ's admission was valued at 120,000. Adjustment should be recorded through partner's capital account. Required. Profit and loss corporation and account and partner's capital account, current account and statement of financial position as at 31st December 2019. Hari, gana para kyo gan pala? Read it again. Right. Let's see. Shall we understand the question before we start? Balagin. I think you all read the question. මේකේ තියෙන මේ ස්ටෝරි එක හරියට ගන්න ඕනේ. First, this is an admission of a new partner. They are counting here. The accounting year is started on 1st January 2019. This is ended on 31st December 2019. Right? X and Y were all partners. Z came as the new partner. All profit sharing ratio is 2:1. New ratio is 2:1:1. Then tell me, when the new partner came, is it at the beginning or end? New partner came at the beginning or end of the year? End. He came at the end of the year. Alut partner what is the first one? You have to do the capital introduction. Here, is there any capital introduction? How much? What is the capital introduction? Adjustment number 1. No entries available in books with respect to capital introduction is 150,000. He has introduced 150,000. Then, is the goodwill given? No one is the goodwill given? Yes. Goodwill on assets admission is 120,000. Adjustment should be recorded to the capital account. That is given 120,000. Then, when sharing the profit, the last one, when sharing the profits, can we give any part of profits receipt? Can you give any part of profits receipt? Answer is no. Why? He came at the end of the year. There are some simple things. Let's see. When you name the profit and loss appropriation account, don't write the name as A, B, X, Y and Z partnership. Right. Profit sharing is prepared only for X and Y. Therefore, this is X and Y partnership. This is not X, Y and Z partnership. But SLF is X, Y and Z partnership. Right. When you prepare SLF, Z is there. But in the profit and loss appropriation, is not entitled to have any profit. So the accumulated depreciation here and look at it. Here's the capital account and current account. You see, in current account, we require only 2 columns. Initially, I have here prepared 3 columns, but then I erase that. Why? C just entered to the partnership. So he said just entered to the partnership at the last day of the year. Therefore, no profit share is given to ESET. No need of maintaining a column for ESET. But in the capital account, he should require a certain column, right, to record the capital introduction and do the goodwill adjustment. Hurry. When formatting, draw the format. Formatting and tell me, right? Quickly draw the format and when it is complete, please tell me completed. Formatting and here. Finish. Format sana dikmo kar. Right. Let's start with the opening balances. Just put the opening balances. In capital account, the balances 300 and 200. No opening balance who is it? Current account balances 30 and 30. Each. Then go to the first adjustment. No entry is available in books with respect to the capital introduction by EZ. අපි දන්නවා මෙතන cash ගැන කතා කරන්නේ. EZ has introduced money. Generally it should be cash account debit, capital account credit. When EZ introducing money, cash debit, capital credit. This is not recorded anyway. Therefore, this is not debited to cash. You have to debit this 150 to cash. In your trial balance, you see the cash balance, that is 50,000. He has introduced 150 more, that should be debited to cash. Then the cash balance is 50 plus 150 is 200,000. Cash is 200,000. Cash balance, we have to take here 200,000. How it becomes 200? 50 plus 150. And that 150 you have to credit to his capital account. See, introduce capital, sorry, say. That is cash. Cash introduction by is 150. Next. Then see the goodwill adjustment. Goodwill on Z's admission is 120. Ne? බලන්න මෙයාලගේ all profit sharing ratio 2:1. New ratio is 2:1. New is not. It's 2:1. Goodwill is 120. Credit according to all ratio. Goodwill balance is 120,000. Credit according to the old ratio 2:1. 8 to 40. Debit according to the new ratio goodwill 2:1. Again 48, 48 and 24. 48, 48 and 24. That's done. Then come to the beginning. New profit sharing ratio is 2:1. 2:1. Interest on capital is 10%. Interest on capital is 10%. ආගේ මරු ප්‍රශ්නයක් අහන්න යන්න. ආගන්න මෙන්න ගණන් හතරකට ළමයි වරද්දන දේවල්. Please respond. Listen up, man. When you calculate the interest on capital, you see the opening balances of capital account 300 and 200. If I balance their capital accounts, I know no more transactions on capital. If I balance the capital accounts of partners, These will be the balances. Right? Mevane balances. Opening capital balances 300 and 200. Closing capital balances 332, 192 and 126. Question asks you to calculate 10% interest on their capital. When you calculate interest on the capital, on which balances you have to calculate the interest? Is it on the opening balances or the closing balances? You all should have a certain answer. Anithage diha balan indala hariyanne, you all should answer. On which balances? Only 4-5 students responding. There are no students in the class. හැමෝටම ආන්සර් එකක් තියෙනවනේ. Half and half, 50 and 50 යන්නේ. එනම කලක. බලන්න. If this is a year, 1st January 2019 and 31st December 2019. Please, you all should respond. I require the response of you all. This is the accounting year. See, this is just a year. You deposit, say, this is your bank account. At the beginning of the year, you have cash balance in your savings account 50,000. Your rupees 50,000 in your savings account on 1st January 2019. This is the balance, 50,000. You deposited another 10,000 in your bank account, but you deposited your money on this date, 31st December 2019. You deposited 10,000. Initially, you had 50,000 in the bank. You deposited 10,000. Now your balance in bank is 60,000. When the bank pays you the interest, on which balance the bank pays the interest? Is it on 50,000 or on 60,000? When the bank calculates the interest, on which balance the bank should calculate? Is it on 50,000 or 60,000? And හැමෝගෙම උත්තරයක් කොහොමද ඉක්මනට දාන්න? That is all. ඒක වරද්දනවනේ. මට බලන්න පැතිරෙනවද කියලා ඉන්න දාන්න කියන්නේ. That should be not on 60,000. Bank කොට පිස්සු නැහැ ළමයි. 50,000 තිබිලා දැන් 10,000 ඔයා බැංක් එකේ දැම්මට ඔයා බැංක් එකේ ඩිපොසිට් කළේ money කවදද? You deposited money at the end of the year. Within this whole year, you had only 50,000 in the bank account. You had the opening balance 50,000 within the whole year. At the last moment, you just deposited rupees 8,000 at bank. They will never pay interest on this 8,000. They will pay interest only on this 50,000. Where the bank will say, Mister, you had deposited that 50,000 at the beginning of the year. No problem on that. We can pay the interest. But on this 10,000 you deposited at the moment, the last moment, we can't pay interest. Why? You just deposited it today. On the sum deposited today, we can't pay any interest. That will be the logic of them. Is it clear? Therefore, the interest will be paid on how much? 60,000 or 50,000? That is on 50,000. Is it clear? Geopolitical law, right? Yes. Now, let's see. Como property wala ownership ke law good ba, right? I want only your answers. Yes or no? Why? On the open opening balance, the interest will be paid. But if you deposit this 10,000 at the beginning of the year, on which balance now the interest is calculated? That is on 60,000, right? 50,000 plus 10,000. Now the opening balance was 60,000. In the whole year, you had this 60,000 as the balance. Understand? Therefore, the interest will be paid on 60,000, not on 50,000. Now apply that concept in the partnership. Interest on capital. Initially, this was the balance which was available at the beginning. Ownership was changed at the beginning or at the end in this sum. When is the date the ownership changed? That was changed at the beginning or at the end? End. For whole the year, for the entire year, the opening balances were existed. The new partner just came. At the moment only he introduced his money. He will not be entitled to receive any interest on this amount introduced. Why? He just introduced the money. And we did the goodwill adjustment also today at the last day of the year. Those are not affected to calculate the interest. You have to calculate the interest on these opening balances. But, if the new partner admitted at the beginning of the year, අලුත් partner ආවේ අවුරුද්දේ මුල නම්, if he admitted at the beginning, he introduced this money at the beginning. The goodwill adjustment is also done at the beginning. That's like you deposited your money in bank at the beginning. Then bank will consider even this 10,000 to pay the interest as he deposited it at the beginning. Here also, if the new partner came at the beginning of the year, all the capital account balances are changed. Those are also at the beginning of the year. Therefore, interest should be calculated on the adjusted balances. Right? The balances were adjusted at the beginning, and the adjusted balances were existed for the whole year. But here, as he came at the last day of the year, the balances were adjusted, but those are at the end of the year. ඒක හොඳටම තේරුණා. එතකොට partnership එකක ownership change එක වෙන්නේ අවුරුද්දේ මුල නම්. If the ownership is changed at the beginning of the year, balance the capital account and calculate the interest. But if the ownership is changed at the end of the year, don't balance, calculate the interest on opening balances. Note එකක් දාන්න ඕනේද? Should I put a note on that? Yes. Put a note. Put a star mark and write. When calculating the interest on capital, put a comma and write this on next line. Put a comma and write that on next line. When calculating the interest, write on next line. If the ownership of the partnership is changed at the beginning of the year, interest is calculated on the adjusted balances. Interest is calculated on the adjusted balances. But if the ownership is changed, but if the ownership is changed, at the beginning of the year, if the ownership is changed at the beginning of the year, interest should be charged on the opening balances. Interest should be charged on the opening balances before any adjustments. Before any adjustments. Right. Now, therefore, calculate interest on this opening balances 300, 200, that will be 30 and 20. Come to the appropriation account, interest on capital. A and B, 30 and 20. Credit this to partners' current accounts, interest on capital. Thirty and 20. 30 and 20. Then, annual salary of each partner is 10,000. Salary also given to X and Y only. This is annual. 10,000 each. Ne? Salary. To X and Y. 10,000, 10,000. That is 20. 10,000 each. No interest made in books with respect to the admission of visit. We have taken all the details now. Take these balances. Capital accounts and current account balances which we have recorded as the opening balances in capital and current accounts. Net profit is 230 in the appropriation. Debtors 30, current account, current assets. Land 480. Furniture 200. Provision for depreciation 30. Then cash, we adjusted that. Creditors 10. Closing stock 30. 7. Make me a simple make a simple question. I did this for the understanding, just to teach admissions. This type of equation will not be given in the exam. Now, 230 minus this 70, that is 180. Share of profits among X and Y. 2 is 1, that is 120 and 60. Credit here, share of profits. 120 and 60. Right? That is the current account. 180 and 110. Current account balances. X and Y. Capital accounts. XYZ 332 240 126. There is at 950. Salary I haven't put salary. From 90 to 120. Oh, it's balance now. I haven't put salary in the current account, but it's a green, right? Now it's not balance. I said not bad. It's not 180, right? It's 160, yes. So many errors. Wait a minute. I hadn't put salary here. Then share of profits. It's not neatly shared. That's the way they 160 divided by 3 into 2. 106. 106. Share of profits of neat. and 54 किलो I ignored decimal points, but it's wrong. Never gonna but I did it. You can't ignore decimal points. Why? This is in thousands. Don't do it. But here no problem. Do it. Now we can 176. 140. Now, is this correct? This is the one you got. Yes. Okay then. The next question. You have to read, understand and do. I dropped the next one as a homework. 9th one. හොඳට හිතලා කරන්න බලන්න. හදලා ආන්සර් එක දාන්න WhatsApp group එකට මට බලන්න වෙලා හරියට හදනවද කියලා. 9th question you have to do and put the answer to the WhatsApp group. Then I can check whether it is correct. How far you have understood. Right. With that I am going to end up the class. It's the time. 5-10 minutes remaining. 5 minutes. Not sufficient session. Right. So complete this as a homework. Don't forget to do this and please collect the due from Science Vision Assessment classes. Right. Then I am going to end the class. Good night.